Hello, this is Mousy. Welcome back to Psychedelica of the Ashen Hawk. And before we left, we were going around looking for the egg, continuing on, and learned a couple of new things. And, well, nothing towards the egg, unfortunately, but we shall continue on. I decided to not really deal with these pink little looky things, because I didn't see any point to them really. I mean, unless you want to do 100% walkthrough. Apologies if that's what you were hoping for, but we will for sure do all of these blue story scenes before we do the main one. And yeah, let's continue on. Going to the tower. Murder rumors. I asked around town a little more before returning to the tower. It appeared empty, with Ashen Hawk nowhere in sight. I should get some lunch. I might be able to think better on a full stomach. How should I go about looking for the Kaleidovia? That's what it was called. I tried to think while stoking the fireplace. Stoking? Yeah, I think so. A cinder flickered an orange color. I used a scoop to take the piece into the kitchen stove to start a fire. Maybe I should make soup. I'll make a little bit extra so I can just reheat it for dinner. Before I started cooking, I took a slice of frozen bread and placed it near the fire. Thank you! Just put some fire to it. It should warm up. Then I chopped up an onion and a carrot into uniform pieces before stir-frying them in the pan. I threw in some fragrant parsley and continued cooking until it started to wilt, and poured in some water. Interesting. As it continued to simmer, I skimmed off the film that formed on the top and let it sit on the stove. That should do it! In the meanwhile, I checked the food stores to see what was left. We still had plenty of root vegetables, but not much bread. I should also buy some wheats when the prices go down. As for fish, well, I haven't had that in a while. As the vegetables started to lose their shape, I threw in some beets and a little salt and simmered it some more. Usually I'd add some meat or bacon. Unfortunately, my financial situation didn't allow for that. Let's check the bread. Okay, it's much softer now. I would have toasted it, but I was going to eat it with soup, so that wasn't a problem. Right. Right when I took a bowl from the cupboard, my vision went dark. Uh-oh. Is she faint? Whoa!
主のいない間に一人でごちそうを食べる機会？仕方のない従者だ。
Master sounds angry. Ashen Hawk! I made a little bit extra, just for you. It wasn't for me to reheat for dinner tonight. Because I sounded irritated. Ashen Hawk quickly removed his cape from my eyes.
いやー、怖い顔だ。
I keep telling you to stop messing with me while I'm preparing food.
これは失礼。いい香りに誘われたものでね。
I can't blame you with that one, man. I love me some food too. Well, I would appreciate it if you showed up earlier. Now I have to do extra work. I I took out another slice of hardened bread and lightly toasted it over the fire in the kitchen stove. The fragrance wafted into the air. I put it into a small basket for the dinner table. The bowls were filled with soup now, completing a humble lunch at the tower.
ごちそうだな。
Yeah, enjoy it. No need for sarcasm. You'd better not complain about how there's no meat in it.
いやいや本音だよ。君の作る料理はいつだってごちそうだ。
Oh, aren't you just so friggin' sweet? Why, thank you. Then why don't you eat up before it gets cold, Master?
ではありがたく頂戴しよう。
After smiling, Ashen sat down at the table. The steamy soup and bread had a rich flavor and warmth that hit the spot. Maybe I should have added another pinch of salt.
十分美味しいよ。体も芯から温まるね。
Were you out somewhere, Ashen?
ああ、薄曇りの空をあちらへこちらへとね。雪の気配がなくてよかった。
I'm jealous of how you can live so freely.
君は相変わらず忙しく走り回っているのかな？
Excuse me. Of course, bread and vegetables don't appear out of thin air.
それなら風の噂を君にも伝えておこうか。あまり良くない噂だけれどね。
Oh, screw me, right? What kind of rumor?
街で不審な死体が出てるらしい。それもあちこちで。もちろん人気のない場所に限った話だが。
I had heard of this before. They were the serial murders that Lucas was investigating. Was there another murder?
君も知っているんだね。昨日今日の話ではないが、人の噂に上るほどには立て続けのようだ。
Okay. That ought to attract attention, but I'm surprised the culprit hasn't been caught yet.
よほど身を隠すのがうまいのかもしれないね。犯人は黒い影と呼ばれているそうだ。姿形がつかめないという意味かな。
Notice how it says it. So it's like, not even like, you know, an inkling, apparently. The Black Shadow. What? I could have sworn when she had first come across that clan leader for the Hawk clan, could have sworn she was describing him as the Black Shadow, the big dude, but I might be wrong. It's been a while. The Black Shadow. I try to remember the murder scene I saw before. Lucas was investigating it and told me what weapon the murderer used.
連続殺人の犯人がだ。
Serial killer. Huh. Were those bloodstains?
貴様が犯人でないなら、さっさとどこかへ行け。次に見かけたら、問答無用で捕まえるぞ。
Kisseth my griteth. Wait, why are you doing this, Lucas? Oh, this was used in the crime. This is... Dun dun dun. A knife like a hawk feather.
ナイフ。それがどうかしたのかい？
I heard that the murder weapon was a knife with the motif of a hawk feather. There was something odd about that, and they said that it's reason to believe the murderer is with the Hawk clan.
なるほどね。鷹の羽か。
But a hawk wouldn't do something so obvious. It would just intensify the feud. Ashen Hawk nodded and soaked up some Ashen Hawk nodded and soaked up some soup with his bread. We stopped talking. I wondered why Ashen Hawk had nothing more to say about it, but I continued eating.
見てくればかり派手な食事よりも温かく心に残る食事が好ましいな。
I can somewhat agree with that, yeah. Extravagant ones, no, because more than likely anything that is extravagant is usually hiding a flaw within. So something made small, pure, and simple, but still very good, yeah, I prefer that over friggin' luxury brands. Because sometimes even subconsciously you think more along the lines of like, you know, hey, it's so expensive, so it must be delicious, and then your brain tricks you to think so. So, I mean, in any case, we should all learn to form our own opinions. Anyways. Huh?
外見にばかり目を向けてはいけないね。見えるものが全てではなし。
That right there. Boom.
人の心の闇というものは可視することはできないのだから。
Man, dude, you might be a simpleton, or at least what seems like would be, but you've got some wisdom, bruh. It's true that I'd never cared much for the appearance of my cooking. I always thought the taste and cost were much more important. But that's not the point here. I stared at Ashen Hawk's face as he continued eating like nothing happened. I'm sure what he said had meaning, but when I tried to remember what I knew of the incident, I just got even more confused. So it's not the doing of a hawk? There's a chance they're deliberately leading people into thinking that way. I mean, that is true. That is very possible. Committing murders in the tightly knit town is just asking to be caught. The darkness in human hearts. Ashen Hawk laughed from across the table.
ほら、スープが冷めてしまうよ。
Whose fault do you think that is?
食事時にする話でもなかったね。このスープは夜にもいただけるのかな？
Oh, he actually likes your soup. He was the one who started this, so it was somewhat annoying. He had finished the soup and, of course, the bread basket. I did make some extra.
では夕飯を楽しみにしておくよ。腕のいい料理人がいると時が過ぎるのも楽しいものだ。
Ain't that the truth? I'm not a cook. I pouted a little while clearing the table. So another case. Hold on, let me go back and redo this. I'm not a cook. I pouted a little while clearing the table. Yes. I finished cleaning up and got ready to go out. I saw Ashen Hawk sitting down to read a book. He also moved the fire back to the living room from the kitchen stove, and it was glowing brightly.
また出かけるのかい？たまにはゆっくり座って本でも読んだらどうかな。
Dude, that sounds lovely, honestly. But duty calls. I'm gonna be paid lots of money. Ashen Hawk, you just want an excuse to sit down. I have work to do.
そうか、それは残念だ。君も興味を持ちそうな文献を見つけたのに。
Don't give me that look. Wait. Is that an eye patch? What eye gets red on her? Are you... No, I'm not jumping to conclusions. Anyways, that's interesting. Why do you what happened to your eye? Huh? What is it?
ほら、これだよ。 マッシュポテトを付け合わせに塊肉の蒸し焼きを薄切りにして頬張るとえも言われぬ味がする。
Huh. Interesting. It doesn't say that at all.
私には見えるんだがおかしいな。
Ow! Ow, my knee. That's funny. But I do, that's odd. Don't give me that. You just want to eat meat.
味の濃いソースをかけて食べるとブドウ酒がよく進むだろう。
Hold on, aren't you the drunk? I'm gonna get you cheap wine now just because. Anyways. Come on, go to the next one. If you want to complain, then go make enough money so that you can buy meat and bread.
そうしたいのは山々だが、亡霊の実で金貨をつかむのは猫の首に鈴をつけるより難しいことだよ。
Huh. I guess you're right that getting someone lazy to work is harder than trying to tame a cat.
なかなかの切り返しだ。
That is pretty good. If you don't have anything else to say, I'll be going now. I'm on a search for something, so I don't have any time to waste.
探し物もいいけれど、人気のない場所と夜歩きには気をつけるんだよ。嫌な事件も起きているのだから。
I think I know which places are dangerous, so you don't have to worry.
過信は良くないよ。
That's true. Never be overconfident. Ashen Hawk's voice was slightly tense as I turned around to look at him. Wait. Huh. It's a black shadow. You're a ghost. I don't know. I'm thinking too much into this, I think. But when I did that, he returned it with a gentle smile.
どんな服を着ていても、君は女性なのだからね。無茶はいけないよ。
That's true. I was at a loss for words at that sudden warning. I didn't know how to respond when he treated me like a woman.
あまり心配をかけさせないでほしいな。私は君がいないと生きてはいけない。
I can't live on without you. That's sweet. But I'm sure you could figure out a way. You lived on with for, what, 2-3 days? Completely gone. That feels oddly accurate. The tower does need a cook and a servant after all.
その通り。霧が深くなる前に早めに戻っておいで。
Fine. I'll be careful.
いい子だ。
Ashen Hawk always said things that flustered me. But when he worries for me so seriously because I'm a woman, I felt my ears grow flushed. I didn't think it was too big a deal.
やはり私の隣で温まってから行くかい？
Oh my goodness, laddie. Wow. No thanks. I'll be going now.
行っておいで。
Look at that face she's making. She's like, nope, nope, nope. No, I'm okay. I'll be okay. Took off my shoes, sorry. I hated how he seemed to be able to read my mind. I decided to just go. It's cold. The moment I took a step outside the tower, I felt discouraged. How nice it would be if I could just read a book by the stove. That would be nice. That sounds lovely even now. No, if I start saying that, I'll be no different from Ashen Hawk. He was lazy and hated any kind of work. If I didn't take care of him, he wouldn't even be able to live. I mean, besides that last bit, I'm kind of lazy and hate any kind of work too. I still do work because, well, work makes the world go round. And it may not be paid work, but still. He said so himself, so it really had to be that bad. But if I have to say it, he is kind. I thought about it. If he were nothing but a drag, I would hesitate to associate with him at all. Whenever I returned from the biting cold in the darkness, seeing his usual smile lessened the shivering of my body just a little. Without even knowing it, I had already forgotten the cold and continued down the path toward town. It sounds like you might have a little thing for your master there. Yes, let's save the dadder. Dadder. One more. Yes. Going back and forth between the tower and the town is tiring. Walking through the snowy forest took a lot of energy, but I had a reason to go back, so there was nothing that I could do about it. I wonder if Ashen is here. I lightly brushed off the snow, shifting the weight of my bag as I opened the door. What? Upon entering, a surprised yell escaped me. There were down feathers in piles here and there on the floor. Why are there feathers here? Did a chicken wander in here or something? In the snow? That's a funny joke if I ever heard one. I can't talk. Anyway. Watch that be the end of it. I placed my bag to the side of the kitchen and took out a broom from the closet to clean up the feathers. They started at the entrance of the tower and continued to the kitchen, onto the windowsill, the fireplace, and trailed toward the chairs. And the one sitting on a chair was Ashen, lazily staring at a glass bottle. The culprit is too obvious. While gripping the broom tightly, I swept the floor. And when I got to the chair, I shouted, "Ashen Hawk!" After all this cleaning, Ashen responded as if he'd just noticed me.
よう、おかえり。今日はずいぶん早いんだね。
You butthead. I'm not done working. I was given lots of food as compensation, so I wanted to leave some here. Wait, that's not what I meant.
そんなに慌ててどうしたんだい？落ち着くためにお茶でも入れようか？
You're going to make me brew the tea, aren't you?
私は茶葉のある場所を知らないからね。
So you're actually going to brew me some tea? It was the usual exchange, but I didn't want to hear it in this situation. Just do something about these feathers.
羽？
Feathers? Huh? As if he just noticed them, he plucked one of the feathers off the floor. I cleaned up most of them, but there were still some here and there.
ああ、気づかなかった。生え変わりの季節かな。
Oh dear, so that was you. Shedding? I'll have you know that we can't keep a bird here. There's no space and feeding them costs money. So where's the bird?
そうじゃないよ。今日は鳥の姿で出かけていたからね。服に羽がついていたようだ。
Still. Huh? I was speechless. He sometimes said that he would shapeshift into a bird or a cat before going out. If he were some grand wizard, that would be possible. Although all of that was self-proclaimed. Then where did you go in that form?
さあどこだったか。やはり私の過去の記憶は全て失われてしまっているようだ。
You're suspicious, man. You're like hella sus. He said that so brazenly. Whenever things became inconvenient for him, Ashen Hawk always said he had amnesia or was a ghost. Whatever, I'll clean it up so you can move out of the way. I gathered up the feathers and brushed them to a corner of the room. There was some cat hair mixed with this and mixed in with the dust, making it even worse. Is he crying? Come on, move out of the way. It looks like he's got a tear. What, are you beating him with the with the broom? I swept him to the chair Ashen's Hawk was sitting on. He lifted up his feet with a troubled look, and then escaped to the shelves.
この部屋では主が追いやられるらしい。
No, just don't get in the way. She's trying to, sweep up the floor of all the feathers that you left on. Please follow the directions of the staff, at least during cleaning. I finished cleaning around the desk and went to the windowsill. After finishing there, I went along the walls.
どうも追い回されてる感じがするな。
You just feel that way because you choose to run instead of just getting out of the way so she can clean up that one little tiny area and then you could just return back, you know. I'm just cleaning in order. I'm doing the shelves next.
おっと。
There's a big piece of trash there. I'd better sweep it all up.
どうにもゴミの方が優しく測れているように見えるね。
I mean, as much as you hate to do the work, why don't you, at least hold the dustpan for her? That's just you. At last, I was able to sweep it all outside the tower. Phew! Much better now. Satisfied after finishing up, I closed the door before the cold air came in and looked around the room. Let's see what to do next.
まだ何かあるのかな?
Maybe? Ashen Hawk had sought refuge near the windowsill and raised his brow. I slipped by him and opened the window. I cleaned the place, so it's better to get some fresh air.
これは我が家事使用人は塔の中を冬にするつもりらしい。
I'm not your cleaning servant. I said I'm just getting fresh air.
では仕方がないな。
I didn't know what he meant by that, but he went straight to the bed. He then jumped on it and rolled around. It was still the middle of the day. What are you doing?
君も入るかい?
I'm asking what you're doing.
寒さに凍えてしまう前に布団に入ろうかと思ってね。
Aren't you embarrassed about rolling up in your blankets while the sun's still up?
こんなに快適にできているのに夜しか使わないとはもったいないと思わないのかい?
I mean, these are all sound questions, sound advice, but at the same time, you must do your homework first before you can play, you know? You may say that, but you sleep all day, all the time. If the bed could talk, I bet it would plead to have some time alone.
そうなのかい? では人肌の良さをしっかり教え込んでおかないとな。
What are you talking about? Just get up! Ashen Hawk appeared bent on sleeping, so I tore the sheets away from him. You will freeze if I have to. If I didn't do that, he would just hang around lazily all day.
今大切な仰せを楽しんでいるところだよ。
What was that? Oh. I'm showing a very important date right now, he says. Alright. I should wash the sheets too. It'll help me sleep at night.
仰せにはタイミングがあるんだよ。今というタイミングを逃したら大切な時間は失われてしまう。
Oh. Don't make up some grandiose excuse just to sleep in.
やれやれ。本当に君は。
I thought I heard him speak in a restless tone, but suddenly my vision went dark. Uh-oh. Why? Ah!
よほど私に構ってもらいたいと見えるね。
How did you come to that conclusion? Before I realized it, Ashen Hawk had dragged me into the bed with him. Hey!
それでは一緒に入ろうか。寒さに凍えてしまう前に。
I never said I was cold.
では寂しかったのかな。布団にうつつを抜かしている場合か、こちらを見ろということだろ。
What gave you that idea, anyways? No. I never said that! I tried to get out, but he was holding me down with the blanket.
おや、頬が紅潮している。もしや風邪でもひいたんじゃないか。
Big blanket attack! He's doing this on purpose. I could feel Ashen Hawk's breath on me, and his long hair tickled my cheek. This felt embarrassing, no matter how much I resisted. Stop this. If someone sees us, it'll look terrible.
そうかな。微笑ましいと思うが。
That's coming from you. You're the only one that would think that. If someone else sees us, they'll get mad, wondering if we did this every day.
いつもか。さて、どうだろうな。私には記憶がないからな。
Saying things like that just makes you sound even more sus. There he goes again, changing the subject. I looked at Ashen Hawk's face. His eyes were fixed elsewhere. His blank stare made me feel like I shouldn't brush off his comment about not having memories. But this situation is different. Can you move, Ashen Hawk? I said that angrily because I knew it would not stop otherwise. Hold on. No, I'm not gonna go back and try to do it angrily. Ashen Hawk started patting my hair with a troubled look on his face.
たまには悪くない提案だと思ったんだが、人肌があるとよく眠れるだろう。
That depends. Don't go to sleep in the middle of the day to begin with.
では夜なら
You can go to sleep, but you're sleeping alone. You know I'm a woman, so it just makes you that much more of a bastard. Oh, that's not nice. Wow. I mean, I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, that's there's a better way to put it. Uh-oh.
確かに女性を無理やりベッドに連れ込むなんて紳士的ではなかったね。
He finally released me from the bed. I shut the window before he could come up with another excuse. By the way, what were you looking at earlier? I glanced at the bottle on the desk shining in the light.
ああ、それか。部屋に以前からあるものだ。
But yet, she didn't see it ever after having to clean up all the time. There's nothing inside, but the color of the bottle is pretty.
そうだね。なんとなく光に当てたくなったんだ。
The pale blue color was beautiful, but the bottle was empty. I had wondered what the point was of looking at an empty bottle, but the glittering sight of it was mesmerizing. So where did you get it?
覚えてないな。
Oh, right, amnesia. I knew he would say that. I started lecturing Ashen for his behavior. this guy... I mean, some of it's deserved, but to go as far as just constantly bickering at him. If you had time to stare at the things in the tower, you should at least do a little cleaning. That's true. It's no wonder you didn't notice all those feathers on the floor.
確かに気にした覚えはないな。
Also, don't climb into bed during the day. You're a grown man, so act like it. And who in their right mind would drag someone into bed to gloss over that fact? I have work to do, you know.
多少休んだくらいでなくなる仕事ならきっと大した仕事ではないよ。
I don't want to hear that from someone who doesn't work.
正論だ。
She's mean.
今日の君は一段と手厳しいな。塔をさまよう過去を失った亡霊に対して一分の隙もない。
Who are you? Like, and how did you two get to be in this situation where you're the master of the house? Sure, this could be your tower and you would be considered the master of the house. But for her to stumble upon it 4 years ago, and you are a wizard / ghost? I don't know. And that...
それ?
That too, Master. You always bring up how you're a ghost or have amnesia to avoid talking about it. Even if you don't have your memories, you can still clean.
では明日からそのように心がけよう。
What, are you gonna lay back down? I can hear that loud yawn. He said that as he climbed back into bed. Oh, ain't that a freaking... So I rushed over to take his blanket away. Yes, good chica. You're going to say you forgot... Blah. You're going to say you forgot about it tomorrow. I'm going to wash the sheets, so get out of bed.
残念だ。
He replied with a saddened face. Why was he so fixated on the bed? Unbelievable. Just on his appearance alone, he looked like some sort of aristocrat, but on the inside. Ashen was older, but Lavan and Levi were much more mature.
では仕方がない。君の布団を借りるとしようか。
No, no, you put those down. Put them down right now. What are you talking about? I'm not lending them to you. Really, just unbelievable. I kind of like the character. He's funny. He's funny. At the same time, like, sussy funny. Funny sus. I don't know which one's which. Okay, so how are we gonna do this one? See here. Let's start with this blue one first. The sky was cloudy as usual, but it was relatively warm, making it easy to walk around. That's what I was thinking when I felt a sudden bump from behind.
邪魔だよ。
That's not very nice. You're the one who bumped into me.
あれ、あんたか。道理で泥臭いと思った。
Oh boy, doesn't this sound so familiar? He bumps into somebody and he's the rude one. At this rate, he was going to anger the wrong person and get into trouble. I thought about teaching him a lesson, but Elric just glanced around restlessly. Looking for something?
いや、
Then what? Are you being chased again?
そんなヘマしないよ。あのさ、ウサギを見なかった？
Oh no, what did you do? Rabbit? Now that he mentioned it, Rabbit wasn't with him. Is she gone?
うん。朝からいなくて。そのうち帰ってくるとは思うけど。
He started glancing around again, looking to see if Rabbit was anywhere. If you're so worried, I'll help you look.
別に心配してなんか。
Oh, look at the pink little rosy cheeks. He's never honest with himself. It was written all over his face that he was worried. It's not for you. I just don't want Rabbit to be lost.
迷子になるわけないじゃないか。あの子は頭がいいんだ。
I see. Then maybe she's out on a walk. I'll call you over if I see her.
じゃあ僕はもう一回教会に戻ってみるから。
Don't cry. Elric looked dissatisfied, but regardless, we part ways so that I can begin my search around town. Let's start with the town square. I wanted to start from the center of town, and upon arriving, the first thing that crossed my mind was that she was probably not here. I doubt Rabbit would come to such a crowded place. Maybe with Elric. But there might be information here. Someone could have seen Rabbit, so I looked around for someone I knew. Luckily, the usual three vigilantes were loitering around. Hi, are you guys working?
ああ、そうしたいんだが、レビさん見なかったか？
Levi? No, I haven't. Is he late?
遅れてはいないんだけど、最近ギリギリなことが多いんだよね。
Maybe he's been drinking too much.
というよりも。
The three of them looked at each other and grinned. What?
女でもできたんじゃないのかなって。
Oh, Levi. Ooh. What? Levi? I tried to look back on how Levi has been acting recently, but I doubted there had been any changes that hinted at that. Have you seen him walking with anyone?
いや、もしかしたらって話なんだけどな。
でも恋人ができたんなら寝坊しちゃうのも納得っていうか。
I perked up at the sound of that. You mean like he doesn't go home until the next morning?
そう、それだよ。仕事中もなんとなく眠そうだし。
Oh, kinky kinky.
まあレビさんは昔からあんま朝強くはなかったけどね。
I see. Yeah, you're right about that. He does oversleep often, but he never let it affect his work.
それだけいい女かもしれないだろう。それか夜しか会えねえ相手とか。
道ならぬ恋ってやつか。燃えるね。フランシスカさんに反対されそうな相手とか。
Why would that make you like go, oh? I doubt she'd be against anyone. She'd probably cook dinner and welcome her. But we all know how disastrous that can be.
いやいや、
ボルグの一族だったら相手もそこそこの家柄が必要になるだろう。ラバンさんとかもすげえモテるけど特定の相手作んねえし。
Right, Levon's. Well, I've never seen Francisca say anything about that. Maybe she's letting them decide for themselves.
はあ、なるほど。自由恋愛なんだ。
じゃあ女食い放題なわけか。
What a man whore. No. Well, if he is doing that, tell me. I don't think that's very befitting of the son of the wolves.
そういう話はさすがに聞いたことないっすね。ラバンさん紳士だからな。
紳士になれば食い放題か？
I think you get no girls because you think that way.
うわ、ぐさっといくな。
くそ！外見だけでも差があるっつうのに。
Such a right.
ラバンさんと自分を比べるなんて。お前のそういう姿勢、俺は嫌いじゃないよ。
Damn. We ended up talking about Levon instead of Levi.
本当だ。いつの間にか。
You guys are covering for him, that's why.
レビさんは何のかんの言って恋人ができたらボロが出そうであんまり憎めねえよな。
だね。割と何でも気軽に俺たちに話してくれるし、嘘は苦手そうだよな。
でもラバンさんは思い人も恋人も全部最後まで隠し通しそうだね。仕事ができるだけにその辺もきっちりしてそう。気がついたら結婚しますみたいな。
しかもすげえ美人だったりするわけだ。うおー、妬ましいぜ。
Looks. I mean, granted, attraction is about 60% of looks, perhaps. But treat a woman nicely, treat a woman good, and be a gentleman, and I can guarantee you that looks are really not going to be very high up there in the forever department. You know what I mean? So, take a chance.
お前の正直なとこ嫌いじゃないよ。
だから当面の目標はラバンさんで一緒に頑張ろうぜな。
Aye. What? Me too?
人を巻き込むのはやめろよ。
ちなみにあんたの好みのタイプはどんな子なの？
I prefer someone that's white all over and has big eyes. That's white all over and has big eyes. Are you talking about the rabbit?
王道だ。
It's pretty standard. White all over and has big eyes. And has a cute cry.
泣き声？
These guys are like, question mark, question mark? What?
意外と大人。
And actually quick on their feet.
足？
I'm looking for a rabbit like that. Have you seen one? They're not talking about... Oh, you're such an innocent mind.
見てないよ。見かけたら捕獲じゃないや。声かけとくよ。
Yes, please. I'm going to go elsewhere to look. Give Levi my regards.
そっちもうさぎさんによろしく。
They probably are thinking like, he's into some freaky shenanigans, man. That's funny. Thanks.
あいつはあれでいいのかもしれねえな。
I still can't find Rabbit, despite looking all over. As I looked around town, I arrived at the Hawk Manor. It's not that I'm not allowed to come here, but being a member of the Wolf faction, it's not natural for me to be here. I should go back to the church. Maybe Ulrich might be back already. Right when I turned back toward the church, I overheard a conversation among the Hawk Alliance.
じゃあその後始末は誰が？
ルーガス様に決まってるだろ。この話は本人には言うなよ。
そんなの言えるわけないだろう。
しかしあの人も意外と苦労性だな。顔には一切出さないが、実は不満を抱えてたりするのか。
だから女を作らせろなんて話も出るんだろ。とりあえず女をあてがっておけば丸くなったりもするからな。
Like dogs.
おいおい、こんな話ルーガス様に聞かれたらどうなることやら。
T 様にもだな。あの人本気でルーガス様に釣り合う女を見つけるまで誰も近寄らせない気だぞ。
そこまで独占欲が強い妹君を持つのも男としては少し気の毒だな。
T 様もそのうち縁談が組まれたりするんだろうか。
え、お前まさか。
What is this guy? Ooh.
は？違うぞ。俺はただ T 様が心配なだけだ。
You're just missing a little bit of that cherry pie on your face, man.
手を出したらルーガス様に殺されるな。
Yeah.
違うと言ってるだろう。
People here talk about that stuff too? I ended up eavesdropping, but hearing conversations like these made me feel like that the wolves and hawks weren't much different after all. Well, weren't much different.
しかし午後の取り立て憂鬱だな。俺は欠席ということにならんかな。
たく、仕事はきっちりやれよ。
そうなんだが、このところ気がめいる仕事が多くてな。
After hearing that, I decided to leave the manor. Given that they're all so similar, the wolves and the hawks seem to have potential to get along. If only it were that easy. After looking around town, I returned to the church. Elric must be out searching still, as I didn't see him anywhere. But in his place... Rabbit! Rabbit! There you are! I was looking all over for you. Oh, I wasn't blaming you for anything. Elric is worried about you and is probably still out looking. Okay, let's leave a message with Lawrence and go out to find him. But you gotta stay with me. Yeah, Rabbit's cute. Her eyes are big, her cries are cute, she's quick on her feet. If you were human, I'm sure you'd be popular. That's funny. I picked her up and turned around. I was searching for Rabbit for a long time, but I was able to hear interesting talks in the meantime. I think this is nice in once in a while. After greeting Lawrence, we left the church to look for Elric. Yeah, save system data. Hawk mana has been unlocked, yeah. Where are we going now? Oh, right. Yeah, we'll do that. I went around town for the next few days, but I couldn't find any particular clues that would help me. It was early morning when I went out to town again, but in order to live my regular life, the Kaleidovia couldn't be my only focus. I still had to continue my work as a handyman. There we go. So, do I just need place it over here?
助かったわ。ありがとう。
It's alright. It's my job after all. If I could find a way to get some information from the townspeople while working, it'd be killing two birds with one stone. The masquerade's coming up soon, isn't it?
そうなのよね。最近は時間が流れるのが早くて嫌になっちゃう。
Did you ever see the Kaleidovia? You don't know? It's said to be on display during the masquerade once every 20 years. And this year is going to be one of those years.
それじゃあ前に公開されたのは20年前。私がまだこんなちっちゃい頃じゃない。
Uh-huh.
冗談は置いといて。カレードビアね。どんなものなのかしら。
Well, Chica, it's not something to eat. I just heard about it myself, so I don't know the details.
カレードビア。カレードビアね。ごめんなさい。やっぱり記憶にないわ。
I see.
よくわからないけど、今年のマスカレードで見られるのよね。なんだか楽しみになってきちゃったかも。
I hope we get to see it. Not only this person, but everyone in town seemed to react in the same way. It was almost eerie how no one remembered the Kaleidovia. The actual thing itself might not be anything spectacular. Lawrence said it wasn't worth anything either. But if people cared so little about it, maybe the riot we were worried about wouldn't even happen if it was never found. Thinking about that, I felt more at ease. But it was still too early to come to that conclusion. I had only talked to people I was close to around town. I needed to talk to people in the other faction, the Clan of the Hawk.
カレイドビア。
Yes, I was wondering if you knew what it was.
それを聞いてどうしようって言うんだ。
Why you gotta be a prick, dude? Just answer the question. No particular reason. It just piqued my interest.
そんなくだらない世間話するためにわざわざ話しかけてきたのか？
Shut up, or I'll tell your girlfriend what you were saying about her the other day.
何を企んでいる？
I'm not plotting anything. It's just that the masquerade is coming up, so I thought...
とにかくだ。ウォルグのやつなんかに話すことは何もない。よそを当たってくれ。
You may not have something to say to a wolf, but what about a fellow individual, a fellow human being? Eh? I tried talking to a few people on the Hawk side, but everyone gave a similar response. They're dicks. I didn't think they would outright refuse to talk to me, though I guess I half expected it. Those guys were wearing Hawk Alliance uniforms, so I guess it couldn't be helped. The Hawks had a group similar to the Vigilantes of the Wolf. The leader of the Alliance was Lugus. Their hostility was probably because of the incident at the town square the other day. For years, I tried to stay out of sight, but for better or for worse, my existence had become known to all. Everyone now knew I was on the side of the wolves. What should I do now? The only thing I've discovered is that neither the wolves nor the hawks knew anything about the Kaleidovia. Or maybe they just didn't care. But I wasn't certain whether I should take that at face value. It was a fact that the Kaleidovia was taken from the church. Could it be that someone in the wolf faction took it, and everyone was just playing dumb? Or perhaps someone in the hawk faction took it and had everyone pretend to not know about it. I considered the difficulties of each scenario as I walked around, unable to come to a conclusion.
調査は進んでるの？
I found Rabbit! I ran into the boy with the rabbit on his head. Oh, right. I completely forgot about him. Where were you?
どこだっていいだろ。なんであんたに教えなきゃいけないんだよ。
Are you a killer? I thought you were going to help me out.
ロレンスが勝手に言っただけだ。僕は知らないよ。
You know...
だいたい子供の僕に何を期待してるのさ。
You sure as hell don't sound like a kid.
そっちはいい大人なんだから、仕事くらい一人でちゃんとこなしてみせなよ。
Asshole. He was such a cheeky kid. If he didn't have the rabbit on his head, I would have slapped this blonde out of his hair.
で、どうだった？何か分かったの？
What's it to you? Nothing.
やっぱり泥臭いね。
So, how about you? How's the investigation going on your end, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was the one that found the rabbit for you. Funny how that works. I keep telling you, I'm not slow.
だって何も分かってないんだろ？十分泥臭いと思うけど。
Yeah, whatever. What do you know about the egg, huh, you little thief? I'm not slow, but yes, I am in trouble. No one around town has ever seen or heard of it. I tried to talk to the Hawk clan, but they refused to speak to me. I'm at a standstill.
あんたがボルグの人間だから？
Probably.
くだらないね。ファルジだのボルグだの、どっちもただの人間なのに。
My goodness. The first one thing that you actually said that I can wholeheartedly agree with. And rabbit too.
ほら、ウサギにまでそう言われてるよ。
Yes. Yeah, it really is stupid. Even a child knew it, but the adults were so... Even a child knew it, but the adults here were still fixated on it. It could be that because they were adults, they could no longer be swayed otherwise.
でも、そうだね。ボルグだから話を聞いてくれないってことなら、違う人が聞けば教えてくれるんじゃないの？
You finally decided to help me after all?
嫌だよ。どうして僕が？
There's no one else.
いるだろう。兄ちゃんが姉ちゃんになればいいんだよ。
Look at that little freaking cheeky grin. Oh, you are a cheeky little bastard, aren't you? Dang. Huh? What was this kid saying?
他の人は知らないんでしょ？あんたが本当は女だって。
Shh, keep it quiet. I know, but I can't do that. You want me to dress up as a woman?
女の人が女の格好をするのは普通のことじゃない？
That's not the case here, buddy. He got me there. How can I respond?
ま、嫌だって言うならいいけどさ。僕はちゃんと役立つ提案をしたからね。後で手伝わなかったなんて口が裂けても言わないでよ。
I was thinking more along the lines of a different kind of help, you know? Like, walk around town looking for this friggin' egg. The next day, I continued my handyman task and the investigation. And once again, I achieved nothing. I'm going to ignore Elric's idea for now. I can't cross-dress as a woman. I've never done so in my life. Then again, I was actually cross-dressing as a man at that moment.
ボケっとしてると危ないわよ。
Wow. Lovely blouse you have. Huh? Oh, sorry. That wasn't good. I needed to focus on the work at hand. I was at the tavern, helping out with repairs. Because the masquerade was approaching, they were rearranging the interior so more customers could enter.
なんだか足元がフラッとしてるし、本当に大丈夫？
Yes, I'm fine. So, do I just need to put this against the wall?
お願い。
I wasn't great with physical labor to begin with, so I needed to focus. The more I thought about it, the more my thoughts went back to what happened the day before. Excuse me. Dressing like a woman. I looked at the woman that had been giving me directions. She wasn't the owner, but one of the staff members working at the tavern. Even as a woman myself, I thought she was very feminine, kind of sexy and bewitching.
なんかさっきから私のことジロジロ見てる？
She got caught! No, I wasn't.
お客さんとして来てくれればいくらでもお相手するけど。
Wah, wah, wah. That's not it, really. I didn't know this when I last came by. But not only did the tavern operate as a regular tavern, it also had a secret side to it, a special kind of nightclub. It was a well-known secret among the townsfolk, especially among the men. In other words, her giving me attention as a customer meant... This was bad. My right eye felt like it was getting hotter again. If my emotions were heightened by something like this and my secret became exposed, it wouldn't be funny at all.
遠慮しなくていいのよ。私、あなたのことちょっと気に入っちゃったかも。
I didn't really intend it to be that way. The rearranging should be done now.
ありがとう。助かったわ。
What? Unlike me, she looked straight into my face. She was an older woman, but her mannerisms and the way she looked up at me were cute. Please don't stare at me like that.
あなたって可愛らしい顔してるのね。
Cute? But I'm a man.
あら、男の人だって可愛らしいって言われたら嬉しいでしょ？
Cute, maybe not as an adult, but handsome. I would guess. Not necessarily cute. Is that how it is? What the fuck? Look at her lips, man. She's like perking, like puckering up for it, man. Chica, you're barking up the wrong tree. Stop staring, please.
ねえねえ、便利屋のお仕事って変装とかしないの？女装とか。
Dressing up as a woman? I jumped a little. It was such a coincidence that I would hear that now. My reaction may have been too strong, but to be honest, I was quite confused. I suppose if the need arises, maybe?
やっぱり。
Why are you shaking too?
ちょっと待ってて。確か予備のウィッグがあったはず。
A wig? Wait, hold on. I finished the work with the work, so I'll excuse myself now.
あった。ほら
Why do you make those noises? No. I really can't dress up like a woman.
つべこべ言わない。ほら、早くつけて。
Yes, mommy. I'm just kidding. Stop! Why were women so freakishly strong during times like these? She dragged me into another room and set the wig on my head.
やっとおとなしくなった。
Please, female.
でも、やっぱり思った通り、すっごく似合って。
Oh my. She really is cute, though. I mean, even if it is just a wig. But please don't get any closer. What is it? Does it look weird?
あなたって男の人？
Of course I am.
完璧だわ。似合いすぎてる。女の子にしか見えないもの。
That can't be true. Yeah, no way. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see long locks of hair resting along my shoulder. I think this is about the same length as Francisca's, and the color's similar too.
今自分でもまんざらじゃないって思ったでしょ。
Wow. I'm not.
本当に？
Please stop teasing me. This will never look good on me.
ごめんなさい。お詫びに、それはあなたにプレゼントするわ。
Huh? No, thanks. I won't.
そんなに似合ってるんだもの。引き離しちゃったらかわいそうだわ。
I knew she was just teasing me. But if she was actually being honest, does it really look good on me?
ものすごく。男の人だから知らないと思うけど、女はこうやって二人一組で身だしなみを整えるのよ。
I suppose it would be hard to put on makeup otherwise.
そうよ。相手の目の中に映る自分を見るの。もっと大きく映せるものがあれば便利なのにっていつも思うわ。
Do you lot know nothing of mirrors? I mean, the reflection on water, even? Well...
でも、あなた、今のあなたの姿を大きくしてみたら、自分に恋しちゃうかも。それくらい似合ってるわ。
If I accepted it, there probably wouldn't be any way out for me. But she was complimenting me so much that it would be rude to outright refuse. Besides, this really did look good. Thank you for the gift.
どういたしまして。
This was bad. I could feel my face turning red. I had to get out of there quickly. Well, if you'll excuse me.
待って。
Yes?
すごく似合ってるけど、今は外していった方がいいわ。服とは全然合ってないもの。
That's what you think. Yes, I took her advice and pulled off the wig, holding it close to my chest. Out of embarrassment, I ran out of the tavern at full speed. We're going to cut this one here and return in the next episode. Thank you all for joining me on this epic adventure. If you like what you see, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to continue on with said epic adventure. Have a good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, and a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.